Welcome to the Seawall podcast. I'm Matt Courtright, your host, with the Legion. You guys go ahead and hand the mic around and introduce yourselves.
Fernando, a.k.a. Mr. Legion.
That's what his wife calls him in the bedroom.
Bam!
Same old game, just different ball.
Marcus, not Mr. Legion. That's what he calls me in the bedroom.
Clearly, I need two mics because my voice is just so awesome.
You don't need one.
Yeah,
I'm Allison. Hi.
We'll never get it back.
Ladies.
We'll never get it back with him.
And we're back in Oceanside, California, coming at you.
Dino's Palace.
From Dino's.
Dino's Palace.
Dino's Palace.
Bar and Grill.
Yakavino
Right, yeah,
Casino.
You pick 'em, we stick 'em. Well, we are at Dino and Nancy's house, hanging out. We just got done eating dinner and socializing and pouring a couple back, and we tried to do this up in Seattle.
Cheering LA on.
Yeah, oh yeah, we were cheering
Yeah,
LA against
yeah.
Utah. Sorry guys, probably shouldn't say it out loud. But the Utah stadium looked really cool. It looks like the fans all showed up, which was fun to watch.
A good turnout.
Yeah, this is the last week of the season.
Yep.
Everybody's done all they can, all they will for this season, building for next.
Yep.
And
Utah
we
went
get to
all-
play each other next
and
week.
Utah went
or
all
this-
out.
tomorrow.
Yeah. They put their balls on the pitch. It was great.
They literally did. How fun was that?
There's just balls everywhere.
Yep. They had beach balls. If you guys didn't see it, watch the very, very end. I mean, the game was kind of good, but
Unless you're offended by balls.
if you like big red and white balls, they were all over the pitch.
Festive.
It's warm and, so it's probably like sweaty balls. But.
Tomorrow, I'm going to
yeah.
sit with these guys. I'm going to create all the havoc in the world
He
I
will.
possibly
He will.
can.
You will.
And during the kicks, this is going to piss Sean off so bad, and I'm going to have my smile is going to be from earlobe to earlobe, because he's going to be like this, or you guys are going to be like that, and I'm going to be over here like, yeah, wide left. It's going to be great. Well, that's probably why he does the thumbs up, thumbs down, because he's only loud in bed.
We got a crew with large flags and signs who will stand in front of him.
Maureen, oh yeah, she's hiding. She does
She's
not
hiding.
admit to that. She's like,
Yeah.
no. What's going to happen tomorrow? Like, okay, so what time does the tailgate start? You guys are going to start around 4?
Oh
you
my
said?
God, we show up at 3:30 to set up stuff.
Tell the people, like,
We show up at 3:30. This is 3.5 hours before kickoff to set up the banners, to lay the flags out because we bring about 100 flags to the stadium. Takes about.
it's not enough.
It's not. It's not.
No.
Takes the
Need more.
guys who wear armor about 30, 40 minutes to put their armor on. In the locker room they gave us to use. We have a locker room to use.
We do.
Legion.
We have
yeah.
a choice of 2 if we don't take them all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And sometimes we've taken 2 because we're greedy. But and then
You want to take a number.
we got another crew that's setting up our tailgate. We started tailgating this year for the first time. Aaron Andrews has decided we need to tailgate, so we tailgate. Yeah. Oh, no, he's a beer drinking.
Oh, good
Yeah.
stuff.
You know,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Confuse
It's
him
good.
with Aaron
It's
Andrews
good.
from the ESPN.
Yeah. But yeah, Aaron won't be there with us, which is kind of too
Bummer.
bad. Retired Marine.
He's a big silent type.
He's the big silent type, but he's in Scotland right now. Big family vacation. Highland dance competition for one of his daughters, the whole thing. It's really kind of
That's
fun.
huge.
Yeah.
Is it the same daughter that's getting the full ride scholarship?
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, yes.
He was
So-
a proud dad when you guys
Proud
were all
daddy.
in Seattle
Daddy.
for this
Yep,
SD
yep.
game.
And that bastard only makes daughters.
He's got to be tough enough for all of them. I don't know.
yeah,
or they're tough enough for him. I don't know.
They are. They are. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, yeah. But anyway, 3 hours before the match, we're pretty much close to ready to go. Tailgate set up. Most of the guys are in armor.
Flags, banners, drums, swords, various and assorted other
Oh my God.
props and things that we have to
Thumbs
get
up
set
and
up
thumbs down.
and
Yep.
ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, 4 drums this time. We're going to have 4 drums, 4 big drums.
Can never
Usually only
enough
have
drums.
2. Can never have enough drums. So, yeah, make some noise. Going to make some noise. They, was it 3 matches ago they let us sing?
Something like that.
Something like that. We've been working on a song for like a year and a half. and singing it at smaller events and getting the fans used to it. And they finally gave me a microphone about 3 weeks ago in the stadium to sing right after the national anthem. Yeah, and
Did they get it back?
yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept jumping up, like, give it back. They turned it off, so it wouldn't have been any good anyway.
You're literally holding the same microphone right now.
That's it. It's mine. It's mine. So why are we here doing this?
You know what? Last time we tried to do this at home at my place.
Yeah, what happened?
And, I couldn't get the video to work.
Oh,
And,
A likely story.
likely story.
yeah, it might have been the content. Don't judge me.
I think it was the dancing girls.
It was definitely the hookers and blow.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured out, stereotypical. Normally, it's girls that are hookers. This time it was guys. So, there's that. Little details.
Well, welcome to Southern
There's
California.
a lot more guys in the room than girls, so there's that,
Bananas and inner tunes and whipped cream.
That's it.
We just had it.
Oh, dear. We did have whipped cream for dessert,
And
didn't we?
we're good at going off topic, aren't we? If one of us isn't doing it, the other one is.
There you go.
Or pretty much Marcus doing it. He's pretty
Marcus
good at that
is
too.
doing it.
I can do this
yeah.
all day long.
I love it.
I'm not Captain America. I could do this all day long.
Are we still talking rugby?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's something about rugby. Yeah.
So, all right. Who else wants to talk about this awesome Legion?
What are you
fan
doing
group.
here?
Drinking.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
And what about you, bro? Like, you just joined this year. Tell us about your experience with Legion.
Well, it's been a phenomenal experience joining a cohort.
Yep. Yep.
We have, my
Saw
wife
the
and
light.
I-
Put some armor on.
Yes, for sure. But, my wife and I have been following the team since 2018.
Yeah.
Close to your mouth.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have very little exposure to rugby before that, but it's been fun. It's been awesome to to experience the camaraderie between the players and the fans, and between opposing teams and each other. So that's definitely been a plus. Encouraging, and I hope that keeps growing more and more, the fan base around here and throughout US.
Yeah.
So it's fun. What can I
Yeah,
say?
growing the fan base. The Legion now has a major push, a major effort down in Tijuana, Mexico, to help create rugby in Tijuana and bring fans up. One of the fun things is the San Diego trolley has a stop just this side of the border. Rugby fans can walk across the border and 100 feet later get on the trolley and take it to the Dragon Stadium.
That's exciting.
That's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. So the number of folks coming up from Mexico to watch rugby here at the Dragon is growing every match.
There's going to be a big contingency coming up, apparently.
Yeah.
They have
big-
coverage
big
for
groups
it.
coming
We have
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mexican media coming.
I love
for the
it.
last
Yeah.
top dozen.
Yeah,
years.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, like I said, yeah, Mexican
trying to
media's
get it-
coming up.
Yeah, because we're trying to get a team in Mexico. Is the
In
rumor,
Monterrey.
like, next year?
It's
So
set.
that's huge.
Yeah.
So I think the Brian Patterson
Ryan.
wants says it as
Ryan
a
Patterson.
by country. They want to have a by country team where
That
they
makes
have
sense.
Mexican players and US.
Kind of like Denver with the Raptors, or not? Yeah, the Raptors, right?
yeah, with
I was thinking crossovers, but yeah, the
Yeah.
Raptors, the American Raptors that are in the South American Super Rugby League.
Yep.
Same
Yep.
logic
Yeah.
is what you're describing. Is that
Yeah.
we have an American team in
Yeah,
there?
and there's a handful of club teams in Tijuana,
Okay,
and
I didn't know
A
that.
couple of them are pretty good.
Very
so
cool.
there's also this opportunity to develop rugby and perhaps recruit
Right.
to play all over the MLR if you get some good players like MLR does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they'll surface because
Yeah.
now they'll have an opportunity.
Yeah, and part of it also is to help develop players who can play in Monterey at
Right.
a level, at a higher level. So yeah, it'd be good.
Allison, you got a fun accent. Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand. I
And-
live in San Diego now.
Yeah, tell us about it. Keep going.
Well, I can't wait till July 19th when the All Blacks are here. I recruited my friend Kathy. Come over here, Kathy. If I've got to talk, you got to talk.
She's trying to suck
She's
everybody
American,
in.
and I got her into rugby. We've only been 2 years, 2 seasons with the Legion, and we're really enjoying it. The culture, the fan base, the crazy people like Marcus.
Marcus. She looks at Marcus.
And the boss here. The boss is, you know, what do we think? But yeah, it's kind of for me a home away from home. I've really enjoyed. In fact, one of the Legion players, Isaac Ross's, I found out is from my hometown in New Zealand, which about shocked him when he said, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Ashburton." And I looked at his face and he's like, "Well, where are you from?" And he said, "Ashburton." And I said, "Well, maybe you know an old boyfriend, you know, back in the day." And I told him, he said, "Oh, he used to coach me playing rugby."
Oh, my
and
goodness.
My boyfriend at the time was Glenn Moore. He took the women's Black Ferns, the women's team, to the World Cup, and they won it for the first time under Glenn's coaching. So
That's
yeah.
really cool.
So yeah, it was good, and I just like to be around, you know, the other Kiwis, Australians, some
Yeah.
South Africans and things. But, but no, I just love the culture. I like to support it, and we just have a lot of fun.
Awesome. And you help the Legion a lot too. So what do you do to help the Legion?
Kathy and I both volunteer. Yeah, we at the moment we're setting the suites. We go, like tomorrow kickoff is at 7, but we're going to be there at 1 o'clock. We set the suites up with the promo materials and things for the owners, VIPs, anyone else that's, you know, coming in. Usually we do about 14 suites over that other side. Then we will help.
14 suites, is that what you said? Wow, that's a lot of
Yeah,
suites.
they'll give us lunch, which
That's
is
pretty
really
sweet.
nice. That's pretty sweet.
But
Ching. Yeah. And then we help with the tables when they open up the gates. We did some time credentialing and getting people their badges and things coming through. And then for any of the promos, when they give away, like tomorrow is going to be the first 1,000 through the gates are going to have a Legion T-shirt. I believe it's the red and black one, like I have.
yeah, I think I saw that advertised.
We've given the caps and beanies and all kinds of good stuff. So
That is fun.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
fun. Everybody
and
gets
then
there
we go watch
super
the
early.
game with the cohorts and make a bunch of noise and have a lot of fun.
More noise.
Yep,
You guys are going to have to bring it tomorrow. I love it.
Yeah.
we do appropriately. Not,
I wonder how-
we respect the kicker though. We don't bring it when the kicker's.
That's right. And it's my job to disrespect your kicker. It'd be really weird if you disrespected your own, just saying.
Yeah. Well, no, we respect our opponents' kickers too.
Yeah. And
Not just
you know, this is such a good controversial topic because nobody agrees on it.
Well, you know,
That's the best part.
that's like life in general, isn't it? You
Isn't
know,
it?
like if we were all the same, it would be boring. So, you know,
There it is.
Love
no one
it.
should be the same.
Oh, man.
No.
No one should be the same.
No, and this has been such a fun
strokes for
rivalry,
different
too.
folks.
San Diego and Seattle, it's like you can't make this stuff up. Even though we
used
all
to
get
live up
along
there. Did you know I
fabulously,
used to live
it's
in
like
Seattle?
Did, yeah.
you wouldn't know it when the
Man,
game
yeah.
was on. You're like, oh, come on. Like,
It goes back to the Chargers and the Seahawks. San Diego, Seattle, didn't matter who's playing. That rivalry has been there ever since. And now it's just rugby.
This has changed sport.
it works for me. I'll
It
tell you
works.
that.
It's great. It's a lot of fun. At least the fans from both cities like each other.
Well, that's still, the vote's still out on that.
No, we can barbecue.
Well, I like
Love
you.
and like are two. Nah, I love you, honey. That's awesome. Well, I like towards the end of every podcast, I really like everybody to make one mention, a shout out of somebody that they want to give props to that helped them in their rugby journey. So meaning, you know, somebody that's helped you get to where you're at. I don't know who that is in your life. I mean, you probably have a laundry list. You've been in rugby long enough.
You got one?
I'll say you, Sean, in
thanks.
my U.S. rugby
There you go.
career.
That's fair. Yeah, for me, there's a whole bunch of things, but the one person that stands out the most, only because of how much he trusted me and us to do what we do, and stood back and let us run with it, was Ryan Patterson, the main team owner. He,
Great shout out.
I think one of the brilliant things he has as a businessman is ability to recognize, I'm going to brag here a little bit, talent. And he did whatever you want. Just go for it. Just go for it. And we did. He's been super supportive. And it's let us do perhaps a lot more things than we probably thought we could ever do as fans. It was crazy fans. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Crazy fans.
Crazy
no,
fans.
that is like, because you guys are bigger than life, sincerely, and travel around, and it's been cool to hear the stories and hear what they've presented in opportunities like hotel stays, in like being able to stay with the players and drink a couple of beers after everything's said and done, after the third half is done and such. And
the last time we were up in Utah, the party in the lobby didn't end until 3:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Had a great time.
Yes.
We had a great time.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
One of the things I love about what's happened with us, with the Legion, is in the early part of the league, owners would visit San Diego from other teams. And he'd introduce me to the owner from wherever. And he'd look at Patterson and how much you pay these guys to do this. He said, they just showed up one day.
They haven't left. They keep coming back for more of these.
Yeah, we just showed up. So, I mean, as far as that's concerned, if you're listening to this and you're just looking to be a fun fan, don't go get permission. Show up. Bring signs. Bring your own flags. Bring drums. Be loud. If your team doesn't have a theme like Los Angeles, create one. Yeah. Legion didn't have a theme when they started. They were just Legion, meaning like all of us. We started showing up in Roman armor. Now they have a Roman theme. Yep. Ground up stuff. Anybody can get on a microphone for a stadium and chant cheers and shouts from the PA system, but it's got to be organic. That's the word, organic. Yep. It's got to come up from there and grow from that. Yeah. The Legion doesn't have a mascot. We don't have some guy in a foam costume running around. And all the ones I've seen are just a blast. But,
No, instead you got a whole entourage.
The Legion has a couple of squads of Roman soldiers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Marcus, you're next.
Here you go, bud.
What was the question? No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, I'm ready to answer. What's up?
Everything for me in rugby starts with my son. That's the reason my wife and I got into rugby back in 2011, I want to say it was, something like that, when he was 7 years old and started playing on a whim. Some guy we knew said, hey, I'm starting this thing up. And we didn't know anything about it, like most Americans. And we're like, sure, okay. And we started doing it. And my little, 60-pound kid learned how to tackle and became fearless and could tackle anybody out there and could run like the wind. And it just took us on this whole journey into rugby, and we never looked back. So it always kind of starts with him. It always will. That's the reason we're into this thing, and that's why got introduced to this awesome sport. And I love it. I love everything about it, not just the game, but the culture and everything around it. And yeah, it's just been that was the basis for my love for this game. So, but yeah, I'll just mirror what he said also. Just, anybody out there wants to create something from the ground up, grip it, rip it, make it your own. Hopefully your organization will buy off on it and support you. If they don't, oh well, screw it. Still do what you want to do. Make it your own. This league is in its infancy. Your team is in its infancy. I don't care if you were here on day one or just started this season. It's still young, so just do your thing. Do your thing. Make it your own. You are the fans. The only reason this league exists is because of you. That's it. So make it your own. So, yeah, pretty much.
Well said. Well said. Next up, brother.
All right. I feel like as far as giving shout-outs, a few shout-outs. First and foremost, obviously, my wife, Bridget, for getting me into the whole rugby experience, because she grew interest and she kind of dragged me along, and here we are experiencing this. Has been very fun. I also think about Nate Osberger because of his character, just very welcoming fella as we go into games and being open to receiving us. Marcus spoke about the infancy of the sport here. I mean, couldn't be better words. I mean, just the opportunity that you have as a fan to interact with players, being open, have that proximity, that intimate level of exposure from game, from game to game, I honestly say that I don't have that in any other sport that I follow. It's just not possible in today's age with the level of growth that other professional sports experience here. So it is unique experience that we have with rugby now. So I welcome people to come and explore this experience now while it's still there, right? Because we never know how big this is gonna get and how well we're gonna be able to have that closeness to players and players to fans and all that. And I think lastly, I mean both Sean and Marcus and their band of Cohort for keep pounding, keep grinding that love of the sport here in San Diego, and eventually finally get me involved to be part of the cohort, to put the armor on, game in and game out this season. And I hope that I still have that experience going forward. And it's been a blast. It's been a blast that we get a whole new group of friends here and out of state, and it's exciting. And I look forward to keep having this opportunity day in and day out.
Love it. And like, it's fun to hear everybody's perspective because it's very similar, but everybody's got their own story. I just over here rattling my head thinking like I could shout out to 100 people, it seems like, but really all of us, like the longer you're around this sport, the more you feel that way. First and foremost, I would say that I would like to thank Dino and Nancy Iacovino here because they always welcome Jen and I to their home and host us and invite us in. And I mean, it's cooler than can be. Their son played and has played. He played this year, Dominic, and he's shy. That's why he's not on the podcast. He's hiding over there, but. Yeah.
Over there with all the women.
He's not stupid, and we'll give him that. He's not stupid. One of them feeds him, the other one feeds and loves him. So, like, hey, here we go. We'll let you figure out which one's which. And so, but also, props to Sean, because Sean and I were, in 22, I decided Jen and I were just going to go bonkers. We're just going to literally go to every game, and through, the old interwebs and faceplant and such.
Well, it was fun feeding off of each other.
Right. We reached out to each other, and he's like, hey, you want to do a ball exchange? I'm like, sure. And then, we elevated to be a full-on sign, and the next thing you know is we're standing there with, Marcus and a couple other guys in the cohort, and Ryan Patterson, the owner, and one of our employees at the time, and you and I are just trying to make something out of this to try and show everybody the camaraderie of opposing fans.
There you go.
Where otherwise other American sports, I can't speak on any others because I've not been to them, so I don't know. Yeah. But instead of wanting to spit and throw batteries and gum, I've been at American football games and I literally have had all that thrown at me. So to come to a rugby game, be passionate about it, and not be mentally or physically abused for it, is really cool.
Yeah. Everywhere we've gone as Legion fans has always been a fun experience with the fans we're visiting. Welcoming, pictures because we're wearing armor, it's very silly, but at least, friendly people. Glad you're here. Where are you sitting? I won't sit next to you.
We want you to lose. We want them to lose. And of course, like tomorrow, I definitely want Seattle to lose, and Matt wants Legion to lose. Yeah. But you know what? Okay. At the end of the day, what are we doing here?
And then we show up and we're getting invited to their tailgate parties.
Yes.
Come help with us. Something we like to do too down at the Dragon. Visiting fans, come visit us. Have a beer. Have a dog. Yeah. I don't know where we came up with this. I'm going to say we. Why do we do this? Why do we interact this way? If that's what for the love of rugby.
For the love of rugby.
For the love of rugby.
Because rugby wins.
Yeah,
at
rugby
the end
wins.
Of the day.
Yep. So, that was it.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming on and just, humoring me and my camera and these microphones and being ridiculous fans and building the fandom of rugby in America.
I can't wait to see you edit this with all of us cheering Go Seattle!
Yeah, I'm totally good. Oh yeah. A voiceover be like, so what I really wanted to say was, good stuff. No, might need subtitles for us. I don't know. I don't know how much we've drank, but here we are.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, we've been worse. That's for
We've been very
sticking
nice.
sure.
Yeah. So we came up with this really fun song based on a sea shanty. Call and response kind of thing, nice and simple.
Once you sing it for us.
we'll all
Come on, Marcus.
We'll maul the old rugby ball along, we'll maul the old rugby ball along, we'll maul the old rugby ball along. We are Legion Rugby. We'll score another try, couldn't do us any harm. We'll score another try, couldn't do us any harm. We'll score another try, couldn't do us any harm. We are Legion Rugby. It goes on from that.
Very sincere.
Nice, huh? Yeah.
Well, please like, subscribe, and share our podcast, please, because the only way it grows is through you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.